Hello, fellow nerds, and welcome back to another episode of The Last Nerds on Earth presents The 5 Crystals. I am the man nerd, also known as Andrew. You know, that guy, heard my voice a lot, you know me. Anyway, moving on. Last time you were with us, Nithvari decided not to join the group into the High Forest for some reason. I don't know what that could be, but anyway, she decided not to go. So the group went ahead and made it into the High Forest, where they came across some dangerous blink dogs and a dryad. It got a little bit intense, but they were able to make it through. They finally made it to Rain's village, where it was a horrifying sight. It was Fae everywhere. His family was dead. I'm saying it, they were dead. The portal was huge. Carly went up to it and for some reason evoked a Fae spirit. And then they got a whiff of what they need to do next. They need to find the queen and kill her. And who did they hear that from? They heard it from a floating purple cat. Let's see what happens next, right now.
All right, so you guys moved into the forest to figure out what the heck is going on with this Fae portal. You guys ran into some Fae, had a quick fight with some characters that are usually fairly good, just given their general nature. And the Dryad popped in and out and dipped. And let's see, then you guys made your way through the pass and came upon the village that Rain used to live at. And there were probably hundreds, dozens and dozens of bodies of Fae like creatures laying around, and also 5 of his sisters had fallen. Carly walked up to the portal sensing some magic and actually unintentionally summoned a Fae spirit, which after a few questions said, you know, the queen was now in control, and the little Fae creature did not know too much, but advised you to ask him, and pointed at a large purple floating cat, panther-like creature over Rain's shoulder. And so he said, I also want to help you kill the queen. And that's where we left y'all.
Interesting.
So what do you think of my proposal? I'll help you if you help me.
Well, we had an issue with that, with the dragon, so we need to
dragons, dreadful creatures. Never making deals that they can stick to.
I'm gonna just, leave this to Allegrax, because he had a real big problem with the last one.
He gives you a big smile and says, that's fine by me. Whatever you decide is all right. I just figured we could help each other out since you happen to be wandering around.
Certainly have our attention.
You're creepy, man. But in a not a bad way, I guess. It's just who you are.
There's no good way to be creepy, but it's just my nature. I've been called worse, far worse. What do they call you?
They call me Carly.
And you? Whoever.
I'm Oliver.
Molotov. Excellent.
No, Oliver.
And you?
Allegrax.
And last, half-elf.
I want to insight check him before I answer.
What are you trying to figure out?
Just how shady he is, and whether or not I should give him my actual name.
You can gauge his intentions.
That's really what I'm going for.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll me an insight check.
17.
You can tell he is Fae. From what you can tell is he's telling the truth. He'd really like to kill the queen, and that's all that he's offering is maybe give you guys some help. A little guidance could go far. These woods may not be the same.
What do you get from this? From the queen dying?
Just that, the death of the queen. She killed my old master, so I'd like to see her dead.
Why did the queen do this? I motioned towards the portal.
Who knows? Seems she went absolutely crazy one day.
I heard.
Crazy. Quite mad.
And so, who gains power when the queen is dead?
Well, with the rest of the royalty being dead, I think power would be up for grabs, but that dispute will be settled in the Fae world and not so much yours. So I guess you could say your forest goes back to normal. The rest of the Fae who came out, well, they may come or go, but nobody else will really be wandering out here for too much. Yeah.
In that case, I see no reason not to form a temporary alliance.
No problem with me here. Now, I'm not going to be doing any of the fighting, but might be able to help you out here or there, give you some guidance. That's all.
I suppose we should take what we can get.
Do you get anything else out of it? Do we have to give you anything else?
No, kill the queen and be on your way. Or stick around and see what happens. It's entirely up to you.
I don't know what you've got going on for the rest of the day or not. Let me get some drinks.
There's a lovely tavern down the way. No.
In that case, let's not delay.
Let's be on our way.
Guide away.
All right.
So you say. All right. I would imagine your first stop should be the castle. Might be able to see what you're up against there. Or you could, and he gestures behind him, and paths that you didn't see before, either you didn't see them, they weren't there, or they were hidden, have opened up.
Where are these paths?
They're basically behind the village. So there's the portal, the village, and then the paths. And there's 3 of them. There's one to the right, one to the left, and one straight ahead.
Rain, do you recognize these?
Rain, you do not.
No, these are new.
That'll happen.
And where do these lead?
Well, the one to the left and to the right lead to trials, you could say. And the one down the middle leads straight to the castle.
Well, then it seems logical that we follow the middle path.
Sure. Seems logical. Well, good luck. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Which
And he
path would
vanishes.
you take?
I'm sorry, he vanished.
Whoa, this isn't ominous.
Not suspicious at all.
I think
What
the
do you
one that
mean by
goes directly where we
trials?
need to go is going to be trouble.
Right, but what does he mean by trials?
Do you want to find out?
Nasty stuff.
You just have to find out.
All I know is I don't trust them.
Smart choice is to split up, guys.
I'm laughing because that's a joke, right? I'm laughing so hard because that is a joke. But you can if you want to. I mean, it's up to you guys. Whatever you
All
want.
right, where did he say the paths led again?
He said the left and the right one lead to trials, and the one straight ahead leads to the castle.
Well, we can scout a few of the paths out. I can send my steed down a path for roughly a mile and have her report back.
Is my Fey buddy still around?
Yeah, he is. He probably got another 45 minutes with him.
Hey, it was a she. Hey, can you go check out, like, the right path real
She
quick?
sort of giggles and goes, and then jumps off you and takes off running.
So he gave us 2 paths to what he referred to as trials, and a path that's pretty much right where we need to go.
All right, which one should I investigate?
Not the middle one, that's suspicious as hell.
Right, I can send my steed to check one out.
Nothing left to chance.
That's
Yeah,
some
you say that
awfully
a lot,
wise
though, so the
words.
gods of this world might want us to go left. So you might want to
That's
send
true.
it middle.
All right, then I'll scout about a mile down the middle path.
Are you riding it, or are you just letting it go?
No, I'm just gonna let it go. I can communicate with it telepathically.
Okay, I kind of figured. How far is the telepathy, whatever?
A mile.
Mile. Okay, so it, takes off as well. And after about, let's say about 20 minutes. It goes for a while, and then you hear it sort of ping back to you and say, structure ahead or building ahead. I'm not sure if it's intelligence, but
It's like 6, but it's
okay, yeah, it says building.
Yeah.
It just says building.
all right. I command it to come back.
It runs back to you. It doesn't look like it's been harmed or hurt or anything like that.
Well, it looks just like a structure down the path.
Does my buddy come back?
Shortly after the lizard folk does, yes, he comes back.
Hey, what's up there? Hey, Rain, can you talk to her?
I talked to little imp and Sylvan. What did you see?
Worm!
Worm?
Yeah, big worm!
How big?
She spreads her hands out all the way.
Very. Okay.
Worm!
Is that worm or worm?
Worm!
Yeah, that doesn't help.
She gets sad.
You helped out a lot.
I give her a little head pat.
Well, hey, should I send her over to the left too? Maybe we'll get a little information on all of them.
Yeah, let's have a look what's
Right.
Can you go check out left too?
And she takes off. And she doesn't come back.
Oh.
I don't think she's coming back, guys.
Because it's been more than an hour now.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, sorry. It took her a while to
Oh.
get down there and then back, and then she takes off. And
Yeah.
Well,
All right, well, I guess we'll have my Drake check out the left path.
he goes. And after a while, he pings back to you and he just says, fog, clouds, Can't see.
Is there watermelon head?
No.
I'm getting some major deja vu from that.
His
right
intelligence is low, so I'm trying to do like one word, very simple, because he can't be like, well, it appears to be that a fog has rolled into the forest, and
That would be so much funnier, though.
I know, but he's at intelligence of 5. What do you want?
That's fair.
Yeah, so it just says fog, can't see.
So come back. Seems like we have fog on the left, castle to the front, and a worm to the right.
Oh, sorry, you went to the left. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you went back to the right. Okay, so you guys to the left. Sorry, totally different then. And then he pings back to you and says, what would he say here?
Shit.
No. Oh, he says, people.
What sort of people?
Odd.
Dangerous?
No? Question mark. He's not sure.
Human?
No? Also not sure.
Come back. All right. So to the left, we have apparently some people.
People.
To the right, yes, people.
People.
To the yes, yeah. To the right, fog, and apparently, according to your Fey friend, a worm.
Worm.
And ahead is the castle.
Building.
Very well done.
Give me fish.
Oh, out of all those, I like the castle better.
Well, then let's head straight for the castle. No sense in running around.
All right.
Yeah, let's get to it.
You guys proceed forward into the forest, and the trees here a little bit off. You're not sure exactly how they seem off, but you can tell. Rain, you especially can tell that these trees aren't native to this forest. Maybe they were at one point, they are not now, or maybe they were brought in. You don't know, but they don't seem
they shouldn't be. Yeah.
correct. Yeah, so there's something just a little twisted or weird about them. And you guys proceed down the path unmolested, and you come to a large, wide open
Thank God.
clearing.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
You both actually get molested. You both get molested right now. Both of you.
Oh, that sucks.
By Cubes Drake.
Whoa.
Figure that out.
I
Anyways,
die
you come
from
to
psychic damage.
There you go. 7. All right. So there's
What's
a large clearing that sort of opens up, and the sun is actually shining down, and you guys are looking at a very large but basic castle. It's like what a kid might draw. Like, it has 2 turrets and a wall, and in that wall is a large drawbridge. Large gate takes up a large chunk of the wall, and there are 3 keyholes.
Let's see. Well, who's gonna deal with the locks?
Whoa. Should we try knocking?
I feel like if we're barging in to kill the queen, knocking isn't our best course of action.
Well, when I was a criminal, I never went through the front door. I like front doors, but I never went through it.
You can't, yeah, but bear in mind, these are also Fey beings. We can't use normal logic with them.
Right, then through the front door we go.
All right, well, let's have a look. And take a look at the locks.
Okay. Roll me an investigation. I'm going to describe them to you.
The 10 plus 1, 11.
11. So these are massive locks. They're huge. They're not like the padlocks. It looks more like an actual door lock, like it's pressed into the wood. And around the lock are 2 hearts. One is gold and one is red. And from what you can tell, they are magically imbued. You just sort of get a feeling off of it. You're putting your hand near it, and so they have like sort of a magical sense about them.
Hey, there's some magic around here. What do you guys want to take a look at that?
Well, I guess with an Arcana check, I can't really tell much other than it's magic.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick up a few things.
Now, I'll give it a go. 12 total.
From what you can tell is you don't actually understand the school of magic that was used to create these, but you do know that they are magical solid locks.
All right, guys. Well, it definitely seems like magic locks. I don't know how to open them. I'd like to do an investigation check, I guess. Look around, see if I can see anything else, any other clues.
What are you looking for specifically?
Specifically looking for, like, if I could see through the locks to the other side, or if there's any other gaps anywhere.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a list.
No Pat, 7.
No, there are no gaps. You can't see through the locks. You sort of peer up into it, and they're actually about. I'm sorry, I'm not describing those very well. They're actually probably about 6 feet off the ground, like from the bottom to the top, and the locks themselves are probably about like 10 feet high. They're huge.
Oh yeah, well I couldn't even have looked at that.
Yeah, I mean, you looked at it and saw it, but you didn't like look into it, and you got kind of close to it and felt near it. But
I'm not even 6 feet tall.
I know, but you were close. You were like 2 feet.
How tall are the walls?
Probably about 60 feet. And now that you guys are a lot closer, it looks like the walls are cardboard cutouts of a castle.
Interesting. Are the locks also like cardboard cutouts?
No, this is just how they look. You can sense, just being this close to it, that they're not cardboard. They're not like paper or anything like that. They're solid walls, but they just look like cardboard cutouts.
Let's see. Are there any windows around?
Nope.
No windows. Right, well, maybe we can try to pick the locks in some way.
I mean, I can try, but I'm gonna need a boost or something.
Are there like keyholes? Like, is it like just a normal lock scaled up?
Basically, yeah. But it's got like the gold and the red hearts around it.
So it just looks like so the wall looks wrong. How far is it from one side of the wall to the other?
About 200 feet.
I'm gonna walk to the from where we're standing. How far is it? I'm assuming we're about the middle of the wall.
You're in the middle, yeah, so 100 feet.
So I'm gonna walk over to the end of the wall, like the corner of the wall, and I'm gonna look around it.
Okay, the castle does continue around.
Okay.
It's not just standing up there. That would have been so freaking funny. Oh my gosh, that'd have been great. But no, yeah, the castle does continue all the way around.
I mean, I don't know. It could have. You said it looked like cardboard. I was like,
Two-dimensional castle.
Right. You just push it and it falls over, and the person might be like, fuck! Nobody ever tried that!
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, if one of you want to... God, these things are massive. I mean, you could probably put me inside of it and I could try to see if I can pick it with my entire body or something. I don't know.
Guys, I got an idea. We turn someone into a potato. We throw it up there. I try to mage hand it up.
That sounds like a better plan, I think. Or, I mean, we might even be able to figure out how to just, like, walk through these locks.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to walk through the locks.
Yeah, I know.
I promise.
As I was saying it, I was like, no, this isn't going to happen.
Jack didn't make a whole thing for you to walk through fucking locks.
I'm gonna look around the area, see if there's anything like a hint or a clue that might help.
Okay. You got to give me something you're looking for.
A key, yes.
Key, okay,
or
yeah.
a chest, or an enemy we can kill, or a weird-looking tree that's just standing in the middle that wasn't there before.
Gotcha. All right. Roll me an investigation.
10.
So there are trees around, but I mean, none that have popped up recently. So
Just trying to rule out the obvious, because as far as I know, like, you could have just had us standing here and like there's just a giant key off to the left.
I mean, it's not out of the realm.
It's
not oh man. So as you guys are sort of standing here, you hear a voice behind you, having some trouble. And you turn around and the cat is floating there. I didn't think you'd need my help this quickly.
Oh, we're slow sometimes.
That's right. You remember the trials I talked about?
Yeah.
Mayhaps there's a reason that those exist.
You know, I was kind of thinking that, but I think we just, why go through the trouble if you don't need to?
Yeah, we should just go straight to it, you know?
Oh, you need to.
Why didn't you tell us that then?
I told you there were trials. You think they'd have trials and you wouldn't have to deal with them?
You said we should probably just go straight to the castle.
I said you could. Now you see what you're up against, yes?
Yep.
I suppose so.
There you go.
Well, to the trials then.
Hey, Holgrax, can we just do one thing first?
I think I know what you're thinking.
All right. I turn into a potato.
Yeah, pick him up and try to chuck him over the wall.
Now, if there's trouble, Jack, I use a bonus to turn back and use Feather Fall.
Okay, roll me a strength check, dude. I don't know. Carly might die right here.
How about a crit?
Oh, shit. Okay. How high did I say the walls were?
60 feet.
60 feet,
60
yeah.
feet. You're trying to get him over the wall. I
think that's the goal.
How this would be handled realistically, like what preventative measures they might have realistically on here.
I mean, does anyone
potatoes.
really have preventative measures against a potato?
It's lying enemies, maybe. Like how is that going to prevent you guys originally, and then how would this apply now that you're a flying potato?
Honestly, Jack, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't think of this contingency
Come on.
ahead of time.
I made the wall
Like,
60 feet high. I didn't think you'd be able to chunk it. If you got anything less than a 20, I'd have been like, you get pretty close, but you don't make it. But you got a fucking 20, so... And he's a 5-pound potato that's only 4 inches wide.
Well, Jack, you've got to think of this. I already have a contingency. I quicken spell, use a spell as a bonus action, use a potato up 30 feet mage hand, and then use a regular action with mage hand to go an extra 30 feet.
So you'd get right to the edge of the wall, and then what?
So we toss it a little bit to try to make up that little bit, you know?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so...
Or I can always twin spell the mage hand the second time.
Yeah. Carly, you fly up into the air. Alligator just rears back, just chunks you up, straight up into the air. You're trying to get over the wall, yes?
My main intention is to get like on top of the wall.
On top. Well, your main intention doesn't matter if he just chunks you.
It doesn't. Yep.
So we will have it do this. I'm wondering if they would actually have had this. It didn't have it in the original, so I brushed. Okay. So Carly, you go up, and you go just above the height of the wall, and you can see in for about 3 seconds before you start falling back down. So roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay, so that sucks. One was a 19 and one was a 1. So there we go.
I was kind of like, I don't want to tell you anything right now, but I was kind of hoping you'd get it anyway. So you go up, and unfortunately, because of the way that he threw you, you're spinning too fast to really see anything. And so you like pop up, you see, and then you like start falling back down.
It was a perfect spiral.
Turn back and feather fall unless you want to try to catch me. But
I mean,
we can catch it.
you're going to take damage. Both of you are going to take damage. He's falling 60 feet. That's 6 feet 10.
It's a potato.
I turn back into me and feather fall.
I guess if you caught him as a potato, he'd still take damage though, and the potato only has 7 hit points.
Have you ever like done like the egg toss or whatever? Like you can catch something from high up.
That's an egg, not a potato. And that's
eggs are more fragile
around it.
No, like the thing where 2 people like throw an egg like across a room to each other.
Yeah, if you pull your hand back as you're catching it. Yeah.
You make a cradle and slow descent with your hand.
Either Carly turns back and uses feather fall, or he just falls. I'm probably still going to give him some damage. I'm not going to kill him in potato form, but that's 60 feet. That's not tossing across a room. That's 60 feet straight down.
All right, fine. You want me to find what the terminal velocity of a potato is?
I'm already on it.
And it depends. Are you willing to lay on hands to help me out, or should I just do this?
We're not just
63.5 meters per second is terminal velocity for a potato.
We're not just a D&D game. We're here asking the important questions.
The real questions, the real shit.
You know, after we're done with this campaign,
hour.
we're going to know everything that we have to know about different uses for potatoes.
Yeah. Potato experts.
The questions you never knew to ask. Answers you didn't know you wanted.
Answers you knew you didn't want. Okay, the estimated terminal velocity of some guy on Reddit, it's r/AskScience, so it says it's 63.5 meters per second.
So that's the terminal velocity. That's the terminal velocity, but a potato wouldn't reach terminal velocity that fast.
Let's say it's half. If
the potato is 375 grams, right?
I'm going to treat him as an
0.375 kilograms.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is what we're doing with our last episode of the evening.
So his descent would be 9.8 meters per second.
60 feet is how many meters?
About 20.
About 20. So what, 9 times 20 to a maximum of 63?
No. So gravity will pull him down at an acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared.
Right. So the first one's 9, second one's 18, next one's 27.
I used to be able to do this in physics.
Don't worry about it now. Somebody's either taking damage or is doing featherfall. There are consequences to your actions.
There shouldn't be.
There are. I'm changing physics if I have to. Somebody's taking damage.
I like to think that this entire time Carly's just like in the air as a potato.
Am I doing this, guys, or what?
All right, you have 10 seconds to decide because we have to move on from this.
Okay, Cube, what do you think? Should I try it? You
Just
catch me or what?
featherfall. Just featherfall.
I'm gonna featherfall.
Okay, please. Featherfall. Carly drifts gently down to the floor.
Well, I made it up there, but I couldn't see anything. I was like spinning.
That was a really good idea, though. It's smart of you guys.
You would only reach 42 miles an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Splatter, dude. Launch a potato at 42 miles an hour and you tell me
I would
if
die.
he doesn't
But
splatter.
if I catch him,
Then he splatters in your hand and you take damage. Carly's dead. Alegrex is down 2d10 of HP. What's next? The first trial wasn't even supposed to be the castle. You're supposed to walk up, see, oh, there's 3 locks. Trials. We must have 3 trials that we have to get through to get these keys. Let's go do the trials. That's all that was supposed to happen. Not a physics discussion around, the starch-based structure of a potato.
okay, but you gave us a staff that turns us into potatoes. You got to expect us to use it.
Every
I don't mind you using
possible situation to use that.
I honestly wouldn't mind you guys using it if it didn't turn into a 20 to 30 minute discussion on how to use the fucking staff. Holy shit.
Okay, just
got
because you
this.
don't know your potato physics doesn't mean you can take it out on us for trying to be creative.
Okay. Let's go do the trials.
Let's go run back and make up some lost time.
Okay, I will say this. There are 4 paths that you can currently see. One back to where you originally were, to the 3 paths splitting off. One that goes, if you're facing it, it's to the southeast. If you're facing north, it's to the southeast. One's to the east, and one is to the west. So if you wanted to go to one of those other paths, you could. The purple cat's fucked off. He didn't want to deal with potato physics.
Okay.
All right, guys. Nothing left to chance.
There it is.
Fine. West it is.
West.
You turn around and go the other way. I'm joking.
Do a whole murder. I'm going to do a TPK right now. All right.
Don't be like that.
I gotta take the staff away at some point just for like streamlining the whole decision-making process. I thought it would be a fun, goofy thing. Anyway, so you
It
guys
is a
head to the
fun,
west.
goofy thing.
You guys head to the west. The forest is the same that you guys saw it around the castle, and you guys are sort of moving down this dirt path, and you guys come out to another clearing, and it's kind of peculiar. You guys are just sort of hanging out and just sort of looking, and you guys see a path to the right and a path to the left. And before you can decide which way to go, you hear a slight rumbling around you, and it gets louder and louder and louder, and then all of a sudden from across the way you see a large creature burst forth through the trees, and it is the most peculiar sight you have seen thus far. It is a 25 to 30 foot tall creature with 2 heads, wearing a yellow shirt, red suspenders, and riding a unicycle.
What?
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 And he's like riding, he rides out and he like sort of does a stop, and he's balancing there, and they look down at you, and together they go, "Hello, how are you?" And they're just sort of like balancing on this unicycle.
Confused is how I am.
Yes.
Oh, confused.
Yeah, that describes it.
Maybe
Hey,
we
what's
can
your
help
name?
you. Which one?
Both of you, left or right.
Oh, my name's D. My name's Dumb.
Right.
Yep.
And you're just bouncing and rolling around, and it's like, and like they grab their heads and they start shaking them, and they fall off the unicycle, and they stand up, and they seem to be fighting themselves, and then all of a sudden you see them run head first into a giant mushroom that you guys had not seen before, and now sort of looking around, you see that there's 4 of them, and it smashes its head into this mushroom, and this cloud floats up around them, and they calm back down. Oh, sorry about that. And he jumps back up on his unicycle and he says, anyways, what's going on with y'all?
So,
Did we get drugged? I'm just asking before we continue.
we're here for an audience with the Queen.
Oh, the Queen. I wouldn't mess with the Queen. Don't mess with the Queen. That's what I always say.
We don't want to mess with her. We simply want to speak to her.
I wouldn't even talk to her. Nope. Stay away from the Queen. That's what I always say.
Could you direct us to where she is?
You just came from it. She's in the castle. Yep. In the castle. In the castle. And then the process repeats itself, and he smashes his head into the mushroom and gets back up on his unicycle. And he's like, do.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what? Riding my unicycle? I just like doing it. Lots of fun.
No, yeah, that's cool. That's cool and all, but what about when you get all growly and then you smash your head into that mushroom there, and then it just like you're back to your unicycle self?
I don't know
what's going on there.
Talking about that definitely didn't happen to me.
Okay, yeah, but if I keep talking to you, then eventually it's going to happen again.
No, something that happened once could only happen again, but it didn't happen once, so it won't happen again.
Whoa, it's happened twice.
I don't really see what you're talking about.
Yeah, this right here. This is what's happening.
Help me, please. And then he just runs over and smashes his head into another mushroom, and powder flies out, and he's calm again.
Okay.
So, can I talk to the second guy?
Oh, sorry, they're both talking alternatingly. They just have the same voice because I didn't want to do 2 voices for one.
Got it.
How are you doing today?
I pull out a knife and walk over to the mushroom.
Okay. Oh, what are you doing there? I'd rather you not do that.
I'm inspecting the mushroom, gonna carve a piece off of it.
Okay, once you stab your knife into it, powder flies up at you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
Okay, so you feel like this force come over you where you're just happy. You're just fine. You're doing okay. You're having a good time. And then it breaks immediately. And you could feel something was doing that to you. A sentient creature was doing that to you, but only because the powder hit you. And hang on just 1 second for me. Does an 18 get you?
An 18 does hit me.
Okay, so this big hand wraps around you and picks you up and says, please don't do that anymore, and like sets you back over by everybody else and says, don't do that, we don't like that, no.
I switch to, no. I look at him and I'm going to cast Charm Person on him.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all? Like, doesn't work as in it doesn't affect him, or doesn't work as like my spell just doesn't go off?
Your spell goes off, it does not affect him.
Okay.
Hey guys, do you think you could like pedal over here and do some tricks?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
Away from the mushroom? Really far?
Destroy the mushroom. And he like sprints over, boom, and smashes his head into another mushroom. And the powder flies up and it covers him again. It's like, so you want me to do some tricks? I can do some tricks for you.
Yeah. Could you do some tricks? In fact, tell you what. In fact, we're gonna show you a trick. Actually.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Show me a trick. Let me check it out. Let me see what you're doing now.
But before I can show you the trick, you have to cover your eyes.
Ooh.
Trick only works if you cover your eyes.
Oh, I don't know about that. Roll me a persuasion check.
18.
I guess I got to do things with stuff. Easy, you got it. He's like,
I got it.
okay, just because you said so, my new best friends. And he uses both of his hands to cover all four of his eyes. And he's like, I wonder what it's going to be.
How many mushrooms are there?
There are 4 mushrooms.
I keep, talking calmly. I'm getting the trick ready. You just wait.
I'm so
And then-
excited.
Quietly, I also shift over near the others as I'm talking to him, and under my breath I say, burn the mushrooms.
Elgresh just holds up a Molotov cocktail. Just
As I'm like, okay, are you ready?
I'm super ready for this trick.
All right. And I'm trying to buy time and let my party members kind of move to destroy the mushrooms while I'm distracting him.
toss a Molotov at one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And trick.
He pulls back his hands. What do you all do? Everybody gets like one action to do something. So Aligrax, you're mollying the thing, right? So roll me a dexterity or a ranged attack.
Sure.
Okay. Rain, what are you doing?
Well, I don't actually have anything to burn the mushrooms with. That's what I was asking.
Except for the flaming arrows you had.
Them to do it.
it.
I'm just trying to keep his attention on me.
Okay, the stalks aren't that big around. They're probably like telephone pole, but they're soft like mushroom stalks. So just to give you guys sort of an idea. So Aligrax, what'd you get on your ranged?
Crit.
Nice. Molotov lands. Boom. The mushroom like almost instantly just shrivels up. So Oliver, what are you gonna do?
Well, I also don't really have anything to burn stuff with. I do have a tinderbox, but I don't have a flint.
I think the tinderbox comes with like things to make a fire.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Well, yeah, I'll do that, and then I also have a flask of oil, so I'll dump some oil on one, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy. Just right. It's right there. So Carly, is there anything? See, the problem is I don't think Carly has anything to burn anything with. So
no, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I definitely, I
He's not
can't
so
do
good at
that.
fire.
yes.
Okay, so since they're going for those two, I'm going to twin a firebolt and go for the other two.
Okay, go for it, man. Roll me a ranged spell attack. Right? Yep.
Okay, come on, roll better. Oh, yeah. 19 plus 4.
Oh yeah! All right, so both of these
17 plus 4.
Perfect.
Bam.
Both of them fly out from your hands and smash into these mushrooms. And so as soon as fire touches these mushrooms, they shrivel up, and the he's an Etten, sorry, pulls his hands away from his face, and he sees the mushrooms, and he's like, oh no! Okay. Holy crap. You guys got to get out of here. And then he takes off running to the west. Like, he rips off his shirt, so he's just got the suspenders on, and he's just gone. He's fucking bolts.
Well,
That was weird.
Dare I say it? That was interesting.
I had some questions, but
You just hear pum, pum, pum.
he just nopes the fuck out. Got it.
He
Okay.
nopes the fuck out.
Right.
Can I check out the shirt?
Yeah, I mean, he pulled it off as he was running, so it's like into the woods, but if you want to go find it, yeah, sure.
Well, I guess it has nothing.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of so.
Okay.
I look
then
at.
no.
I'm like, okay, does this count as completing a trial? Check out the unicycle, maybe. I'm assuming he didn't take that with him.
No, he definitely left that there. It's just a large unicycle. You can roll investigation
large?
check on it, but it's big enough for a Netton, which is a giant. Basically, it's a large giant. So yeah, it's pretty big.
So it wouldn't exactly be feasible to ride it.
No, no.
What if like two people stood on the pedals and like worked together to move them in a
That
circular
would
motion?
probably work. Turning into a potato. Try that. Let's talk about that.
Okay, you give us a giant unicycle. You can't expect us to not want to use it.
I did expect you guys to not want to use it.
Jack, you've been playing with us for 8 months. You should know better.
Is there anything else in the area that might be useful?
No. I mean, it's basically just a wooded path at this point.
Is there no like quest marker that gets updated?
You get
like,
the sense that maybe this wasn't a trial so much as just a random happenstance.
Yeah, I just think that was just a weird guy.
So,
Let's,
does the path continue on?
Yes, so there's one to the north and one to the south.
Well, let's go north.
All right.
All right.
Guess we're going north.
So, that was weird. What do you think? Definitely took us off guard. Anyway, moving on. We'll see what's up with this Fae-infested forest on the next one. And if you like this content, check me out at The Man Nerd Podcast. You can check out my Patreon at The Man Nerd. And if you really, really like me, you can contribute on the Patreon and get early episodes and exclusive Man Nerd content. And not to mention these bad boys, the Last Nerds on Earth, the 5 Crystals episodes, even early. So check it out, everybody. See you later.